My African Vacation. It was January 11th, 2016, the day I finally get to go to South Africa. When I walked into Pittsburgh International Airport, I was really excited that I was going to South Africa. As 22 long hours passed, we finally reached Cape Town. Once we landed in Cape Town International Airport, I took a taxi to C5 Boutique Hotel so I can get a good night's sleep for my adventure the next day. As soon as I woke up, I went to the Castle of Good Hope. Here's a picture of the outside. The Castle of Good Hope was once a star fort, but today functions as a showcase of Cape Town's early days. Then I hit up Camps Bay. Here I learned to surf. It was hard at first, but after a while I got a hang of it. This is Table Mountain. To get there, I took an amazing aerial cable. Then I left the group and went to Robben Island. Next, I wanted to see the famous Kalahari Desert, so I visited Kagladi Transfrontier. I learned a lot while I was there about desert life in sub-Saharan Africa. Meerkats live in small groups called mobs. They consist of 2 to 3 families of meerkats. One mob shares a single burrow. Cacti has spines instead of leaves, which can grow to be at least 6 inches. These spines prevent loss of water via transportation and keep the plant safe from animals. Jackals are opportunistic feeders. That means they will eat whatever is available. Jackals prefer to eat snakes and other reptiles, smaller gazelles, sheep, insects, fruit, berries, and grass. Camel thorn trees can survive from 200 to 300 years in the wild and can reach from 6.5 to 56 feet. From there, I headed north to Chobe National Park, Botswana. I've always wanted to go on an old-fashioned safari, and here was my chance. While I was there, I saw 6 of my favorite animals. One of them was the cheetah, the world's fastest animal, of course. This animal can reach the speeds of 61 miles per hour. Despite the fact that giraffes are the tallest mammals in the world, since their necks are so long, it is hard for them to drink from the ground. As a result, they have to awkwardly spread its front legs or kneel to reach the ground for a drink of water. Lions live in groups called prides of around 30 lions. Pride members keep track of one another by roaring. Both male and females have a very powerful roar that can be heard up to 5 miles away. Zebras communicate with facial expressions and sounds. They make loud braying, barking, or soft snorting sounds. The position of their ears, how wide open their eyes are, or whether they show their teeth, all show signals. Rhinoceroses get their name from their most famous feature, their horns. The word rhinoceros means from the Greek rhino, nose, and cerus, horn. The park is widely known for its spectacular elephant population. It contains an estimated 50,000 elephants, perhaps the highest elephant concentration of Africa and part of the largest continuous surviving elephant population. The elephant population seems to have solidly built up since 1990 from a few thousand. Of course, since I was so close to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe, I couldn't miss that for the world. When I was at Victoria Falls, I learned that it flowed between Zimbabwe and Zambia. My 2 favorite attractions that you could possibly do at Victoria Falls were bungee jumping and riding a helicopter. I continued north in my desire to see the stunning African rainforest ecosystem. Traveling up the Zambia River through Malawi, Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda, I entered Uganda to visit the Kibale Forest National Park. This ecosystem is a home to many monkeys. I also learned that the park was established in 1993. Having seen much wildlife, I now wanted to see what urban African life was like. I headed east into Kenya to visit Nairobi. I saw a mix of wealth and poverty. The wealthy people in Nairobi live in skyscrapers or big buildings. On the flip side, 4 million people have no running water, no electricity, broken down houses, and little clothing. After that, I did something pretty foolish and dangerous. I continued east to Mogadishu, Somalia. I found a few tourist attractions, such as Handful Mosque. Tourists are warned against visiting. Finally, I traveled far, far west to complete my trip in Timbuktu, Mali. I wanted to see the priceless historical architecture of the world-famous Johanngeber Mosque. This world-famous mosque was built in 1327. Unfortunately, I had to go back to Pittsburgh. Well, this is going to be a vacation hard to forget.